Now we're going to talk about objects and object-oriented programming in JavaScript. Objects are powerful entities that allow us to model real-world concepts and organize data into reusable structures. Now, before we dive into coding, let's understand the importance of objects in JavaScript and help us write cleaner and more maintainable code. Objects allow us to group related data and functionality together, making our programs easier to understand and modify. Let's start by learning how to create objects in JavaScript. In this code snippet, we create an object named person using the literal syntax. Inside the curly braces, we define properties such as name and age, along with a method greet that prints a greeting message. We use the this keyword to refer to the current object. This object can now hold related data and functionality. Once we have an object, we can access its properties and invoke its methods using dot notation. In this code snippet, we access the name and age properties of the person object using dot notation. We also invoke the greet method of the person object using person.greet. Constructors are special functions used to create multiple instances of an object. Let's see how they work. In this code snippet, we define a constructor function person that takes name and age as parameters and sets them as properties of the newly created object using this name and this age. We also define the greet method inside the constructor. To create object instances, we use the new keyword followed by the constructor function. This creates a new object with the specified properties and methods. We create two instances, John and Jane, each with their unique data. Inheritance allows us to inherit properties and methods from other objects. Let's explore how it works using prototypes. In this code snippet, we have a base object, animal, with a name property. We define a prototype method, sound, for the animal object. We then create a derived object, dog, that inherits from animal using object.createAnimal.prototype. This allows the dog object to access properties and methods of animal. We override the sound method of the dog object to make it bark. Finally, we create a myDog instance of the dog object and call its sound method, which prints woof. And that concludes our tutorial on objects and object-oriented programming in JavaScript. We covered object creation, accessing properties and methods, constructors, and the principles of inheritance. With this knowledge, you now have the power to write cleaner and more modular code using objects.